And welcome back to a very special Sports Weekly here on IEMG. We're actually out at San Manuel Stadium for the first county clash of the year, so we're having a lot of fun out here. Despite a little bit of rain, they're getting these ball games in. And speaking of, the Cajon Cowboys taking on Citrus Valley in a key CBL matchup. Let's go to some of those highlights. Things were looking good for Fabella. Couple of walks, though. Put runners on base for the Blackhawks, and they're able to push one across, and not done yet. That one to right center field. That one's going to be caught. The throw to the plate is not going to be in time. That'll bring home another run for Citrus Valley. 2-zip Citrus Valley here in the top of the third. The pitch to West, rips it to right field. Bobbled out there and right. Play at the plate, and he's safe. Another run for the Blackhawks, and they go up 3-zip. RBI base hit by West. Finazzo trying to limit the damage here. The Cowboys have one run here in the frame. Looking for more. Basurdo, big drive to left field. It's going to be over the left fielder's head. That's going to bring in a couple runs for the Cowboys. And Cajon gets a couple more back on the big hit from Basurdo. Makes it a 4-3 game. Fabella's ready. Trying to work out of this inning. Base hit to left field. The runner coming around third, and he is safe. Now we got a couple situations here between first and second to throw home, and another run scores for the Blackhawks. They get two. Pitch to West, rips it to right field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. That's going to score a run. In fact, make it two. Two runs cross the plate. And two more for the Blackhawks here in the top of the seventh inning as they make it an 8-3 game. Big hit by Cole West. Two runners on for the Cowboys. Two outs. Popped up to left field. That is blind out and left, and that is the final out of the ball game. Citrus Valley is going to win this one by a final score of 11-3. So the Blackhawks pick up their first CBL win of the season. 11-3, the final score here at the County Clash. So congratulations to CV. Earlier today here at the County Clash, to open things up, it was Yucaipa taking on Redlands, and it was Trevor Busby getting the start for the Thunderbirds. He would go the distance, a complete game, 3-hit shutout as Yucaipa won 3-zip. Wes Hickey also contributed from the plate. He went 2 for 4. And Danny Arambola also 2 for 3 with a double. The Thunderbirds now 7-4 overall and 4-2 in the CBL as we get a little bit closer to crowning a league champion. I know it's still very early, but some of these games are going to carry a lot of weight as we get towards the end of the season. The Citrus Belt League baseball title race should be a good one this year. It could be wide open. A number of teams will be in the hunt when it's all said and done. Now, let's transition from the CBL over to the Ambassador League and trying to win the whole thing again. These guys are loaded. They got a great team, and they've got some studs, including Bradley Gilbert and the Aquinas Falcons, trying to win a Ambassador League title, but also making some history as the first program on campus to be Division I for the playoffs. So assuming Aquinas makes the playoffs, and we all think they will, they'll be in the CIF Southern Section D1 postseason. Bradley Gilbert and the Falcons, they say they're ready for the challenge.
You know, we're starting off the season, super hot right now. And, there's just more to come. I think that right now we're not swinging the bat like we wanted right now. But, in these next few games, we're going to start heating up. And we got some big tournaments coming up. And, we're going to start getting hot at the right time. And, so 100% we're going to keep cruising and, doing the best we can. We started off, playing really solid teams like San Dimas, Corona del Sol, really top team from Arizona. And, we're going to start moving into some really big tournaments. Like I said, the Boris Classic in like about a month or so. So those are really going to really help us out for Division I playoffs. And, we're just hopefully we'll make a really good run. We have some really good key players and leaders on this team. So we're just going to have a really good run, I feel like.
I'm thinking about that Corona del Sol game, which, you had a great outing, but, things got a little rough in the beginning. As a pitcher, how much of it is just mentally like, okay, I'm a good pitcher. I'm going to get settled back in. I'm not going to get rattled here. This is just part of baseball. How do you mentally just stay locked in and stay confident when you go back out that next inning?
For sure. That's a great question. For me, it's just all about mentality and, just being a dog on the mound. If you give up a home run, doesn't matter. The next guy comes up, I'm going to go after him, just do the best I can. And, I want to win. So I feel like, just with that game, like you said, got off a little shaky and, I slowed down and, caught my breath, did a few deep breaths, like, okay, I'm back in it. Next guy coming up, let's get these out. Let's go hit. That's always the model for me, is just get back in the dugout and have our guys hit and produce. So I would say 99% of it is mental for sure. And that's even just for everything else, I feel like with athletes, especially with the baseball team, all those guys, can mentally, be down, but I'm there to help, like mentally help them be up. So, and, just going back to being a dog and always be mentally prepared, Mike told me beforehand, even the days before, like, hey, if this is a close game, you're going to come in. And, just even before that night, I was just mentally being locked in, like, hey, this is even bigger than starting, just coming in and shutting it down. So, just in the dugout, just waiting, like, hey, once you gave me the call, like, hey, you're going to go start warming up, that just all starts there. But even starts before, days and prepping before, just getting my mind right.
And we'll actually see Bradley Gilbert and the Falcons in action live on IEMG in just a couple of weeks, April 13th to be exact, as the Falcons will take on Ontario Christian in Ambassador League play. That'll be live on IEMG April 13th, 7 p.m. first pitch here at San Manuel Stadium, as we're doing a very special Sports Weekly from San Manuel Stadium this week. All right, when we come back here on the show, we just heard from Bradley Gilbert from Aquinas. Now we're going to pivot over to basketball. When we come back, Bol Diu from Southern Sudan came to the United States looking for a future in basketball. We're going to hear from Bol when we come back here on Sports Weekly on IEMG.